Hi, hope you can hear me okay. I'm just going to discuss an Eonon system that I bought for a 2004 BMW X5. This is the E53 model. Now, the reason I replaced the existing one is that I actually got water into the boot and destroyed the radio module. And to replace the radio module is $250 in Australia, minimum. Plus the pixels on the screen had also gone, and it didn't have a reverse camera, nor did it have a phone system. So by buying this system, that replaced all of those. I do lose some of the other features, and some of the other features in this car with things like the exhaust feature, mileage reading, etc. They've all now gone. I think the new version of this one should replace all that. Now this one is the D5166ZA model, and I bought this out of Hong Kong. Originally I bought an Eonon, which they said fitted this car, but unfortunately didn't. So they actually refunded that amount before it was actually sent to me, and I bought this one instead. This one cost me $464.55, and it was free shipping from Hong Kong. It arrived in probably a week and a half. The unfortunate thing about this is that there's no instructions on how to fit it, which was annoying because I actually wanted those sort of things. I'm just going to put the windows up because my neighbours are being noisy. Okay, so this car has on it 98,000 km. It's a good vehicle, it's in very good condition. Show around, parallax sunroof, etc. There may be a bit of glare on this system at the moment, and it does have a tendency to glare on it. I'm going to give you a realistic review on it, and you can take it from there. It is a plug-and-play system. Now this is the 2004 model, and because it's 2004 model, it has that connection. Okay, when you buy it, you actually get this one, which is a 40 pin, and you also get the old system, which I think is a 17 pin. They both come with it. These are actually way too short. These are for the E39, I believe. So you might as well throw those away because they're no good to you. Now, this system here, you need to get the extension. Now, the extension for it is a wiring harness. It's A0567, and that'll cost you about $71. It is plug and play. It's fairly easy. It's very easy to remove the old system and put this one in. I'll go through the features of this in a sec. But there are a few things with the instructions they don't tell you. Few things this does which annoys the hell out of me, and I'll go for that with you as we go through, if I can remember anything. Okay, the first thing is that when you plug it in, you actually plug on the extension, you actually plug this piece into the existing radio module, which is in the boot. And then you have to run it through under the carpets, and I brought mine up through the side of the driver's side, and I've actually put it through the bottom of the wheel down here. So it comes up through the side here and goes up through, and then comes up through the back and goes into here. If you're removing this panel here, you need to make sure you remove the screw from the end, the carpet panel actually. You need to remove the screw from the end, and the rest just pulls out. I didn't take the seats out. I actually ran it through underneath. You can actually see it. There. You can see the wire come across. So it sits under plugged it underneath the seats, and it comes out through the sides. And then it fits on the side. The rest of it I've run up through the side of under the panels by removing the back panels out here. So actually I damaged that one when I was doing it, which is annoying. Put that back. And you can see the wire there. Now that wire there is actually for the reverse camera. I should have done a better job doing that, but too bad. And the other one's stuck over the seat like that, which is a problem because I didn't realise they'd done that. I put it in, so I have to remove the seat and put it through. But because the seat's wide enough for airbags, I haven't bothered doing that. It doesn't really worry me. But it can't be seen in the rest of the car. So that plugs into the existing radio module. Even though my radio module had water on it and it was destroyed, it still plugs into that system. It's a pity because this car has a 6-stacker and it has the navigation system as well. So they're still in the boot on the other side, but I came and brought it in from the driver's side, and this is, as you notice, is a right-hand drive. Not a left-hand drive. What else? Excuse me, I got a cold, so I'll go through it. It is plug and play, but what they don't tell you is you need a few other things. And if you want to put a reverse camera in, you need to get a reverse camera that has a trigger wire. So the trigger wire goes from up here, goes from the head system, and also works from the reverse lights at the back. You also need a it's not a transistor, it's a resistor on the back, because the pulse system for the rear lights have a pulse system. Sorry, rear reversing lights. So when you put the car into reverse, the screen will switch. Now my camera's not hooked in, I'll tell you why in a second. But you'll need to have that wire put through. So you need also the plug for the camera that goes into the head unit, which this car has, which I've now put in. Doesn't come in the wiring harness. But you also need to make sure that's got a trip wire with it, which is for power, which hooks onto this. Also, that turns your camera, turns the screen onto reverse when you put it into reverse. Okay. Now, the reason I haven't put this on, I haven't put the camera in, is because on eBay I bought this little baby. I'll show you that in a second. Let me get the box open. There she is. Fabulous, huh? Replaces the rear number plate light. Guess what? It doesn't fit a BMW X5. So these people said it did. So of course went back and said, hang on, there's no way that's going to fit. And the reason it doesn't fit is because the BMW X5 is above 2004, I'm not sure below that, is one whole system. So you cannot replace this with, you cannot just replace the bulb side on one side of it. So do not get this camera, because it's not going to work. Just get a normal camera that hooks on. If you can also get a camera built in some places, even better. So I haven't bought the camera yet. I will. And this doesn't work because also I have not put that transistor, not transistor, whatever thing it is, that stops the pulsing from the reverse light. Now that's the first thing. The other thing they don't tell you is that you need to make sure you also, as you put your wiring through, you need to put through an extension for the aerial. Now when you buy the system, you get an aerial piece that plugs into it. That actually goes into the boot. So it also goes into, replaces the aerial that comes out of the radio module, plugs in there. Then you need the extension that comes back through the car. Now I have had, because I could not get a radio system to work on this car until we put a wire in. So at the moment it does work, and I'll show you. I'll just click onto radio. So when you click onto radio for this, it sounds pretty good at the moment. It actually is not hooked into the back. It sounds even better when it's hooked into the back. I haven't run the wire from behind this back through yet in the back. It's in there. I put it in, hooked it up, but I haven't run it through to the actual radio module in the back, which I will do, and it sounds fantastic when you do that. But that's something you need to do. So that is not part of the wiring harness when you buy it. So you need to run also that through. So you need to run a video wire for the camera. You need to make sure it has a trip wire. You also need to do the radio antenna extension, which is the Eonon bought that from Autobarn or something like that. So that was good. Now I'll run through some of the features of the system, and I'll show you what it does. So the first thing is we'll hit home to the top. So it flicks through. So you have radio, Jubino, a GPS. Now I'll discuss GPS with you in a second. GPS showing where my address is. It's pretty straightforward. Settings, visual, go to, address. You put your address in, which country. So at the moment it's saying where I am. I'm in Bundall on the Gold Coast. Then you just basically hit the button, search what you're searching for, as you know, most GPS system, so it'll give you a road. Let's say we're going to Alexander Drive, Moran. These are old, where we've been already. Let's go click. Let's ask you for a house number. I'll give it 3. No results, so there's no house number 3. Go back. Anyway, it's not really important. We've got this. We can do it on the map as well. So we actually go to the map and say, okay, I want to go here. That's where we want to go. Okay, then just say go. And off she goes. So she's now calculating where to take us to. This is on the 2D map at the moment, and we also have a 3D map. So just push go. Off she goes. Anyway, it won't go until we start moving, but we're not going to move anyway. So we'll just cancel that. I'll terminate. Okay. We'll go get rid of it. And we're off. Okay. GPS radio. You have the DVD player, so the DVD's on at the moment. This car, you're not meant to be able to drive the DVD on. Guess what? You can turn that button off so you can drive the DVD on. So it's just coming up now. Also plays music, of course, CDs. That's only one stack, of course. You can also run it through your. I'll just go back to home. So you can also run. I'll just turn that off. You can also run it through, there's the phone system there. Now the phone system is actually quite good, but anyway, you can run it also through, let's go to home first. USB. Okay. The USB that's in there at the moment is pretty in pink. Now, that's what this system does. You'll jump in the car, you'll have it on low volume, jump in the car, then it'll pop right up to full volume. Below your eardrums out. So is that annoying or not? That annoys the shit out of me. Pity actually, because it's not a bad system. You can do photos on USB. There's no photos on that USB, I don't think. There's videos, you can play videos on it too if you want to. You can check your files, what's on there. So there's all the files, there's some computer files I've got on there. There's images on there as well. Burial records, which I think will come up. You don't want to see all this, it's just, see, shows you imagery. You can flick through that. So there's quite a few different things on it. See what's running through? That's just what's on the USB gravestone, because this is actually a family thing. There's paperwork, written details. Go back to home. This hasn't this TV is not hooked into this one. It can be hooked in. That's fine. SD card. There's no SD, which goes in here, which I've just bought, so I'll put one on those eventually. And there's also this one here, which is USB, so I go to USB, which goes back to music again, whatever's on the USB. No code file close after 1 second. So it goes back to the other one. Or you might go whack bang again. So I'll just go through. Get an equalizer on it. Displays, so this is the brightness controls, internal, external, so that's for the camera at the back. audio, time, they've got set to Australian time. LED, these are quite good. These are actually, at the moment you can see the light is purplish, so you can actually change that. Make sure also you can actually match the BMW colour too, which is this one up here. This one's actually red, the bottom one is white, blue, aqua, green, purple. They stay on all the time. On this, you also work, so if you look here, you also have night and day. So at the moment it's on day, so if I click that, see it goes down, click it again, it'll go off, just touching on the screen, it comes back to full light again. That's not automatic, you have to do that manually. GPS thing. This also has one of the, look at settings, so if you look at this one here, the settings, I'm not sure how clear that is. You can actually turn off and on. At the moment we've got the keypad off. See that noise it makes? Noisy. Every time you touch it, it clicks. So that's off. Light detection's off. Now back down here is the radio regions. Now when you're doing the radio regions, I actually just assumed you can actually play with these ones here for background. Look at it lower. You can go to normal and close. That's also for your GPS system. This one here, which is Japan, South Africa, South America, and East Europe. Now Europe will play this Australian radio stations, so just keep it to Europe. It doesn't actually say Oceania there. Again, now when you try and download online instructions for this, as I said before, this is the D5166ZA. There are no instructions for this. You basically have to use a D5166Z is the one I've used. There's a few things that it shows on here also, which is also annoying. It's got a thing here called cassette. Still not used to this system yet. I don't know, mid-level, off, full level again. So that's actually instead of touching that light at the top, you can do that. LED, that's for the lights. You can flip and change your light colours. So as I'm flicking, see the lights are changing. Okay. Presets for radio. Now I'll go back to your phone system. Now, I don't have my phone on me at the moment. No. My phone just automatically hooks onto this. So as soon as I jump in the car, it hooks up. It's quite good because if you hit this phone system, so I might stop this. I might go get my phone and put it on. 1 second. Hi, I'm back. Now, I've noticed, I just had a look at this record and I've noticed that there's a bit of glare on the screen. So I'll just close up the sunroof on this. So this is the panoramic roof. Let's just close it up. Right, so there's screen on. Now at the moment I've actually got this playing on the music system from my phone. By the way, it also works on here too. And if you hit, so you can change the channels, change the songs. Sometimes. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Why does that? So there's a volume. It's not warm when she's away. It doesn't work the best this when you do this. It's okay, but it's a bit annoying. Anyway, so I quite often use this one here. So that's hooked up onto the phone system at the moment. Hooks up automatically. You do have your phone book. So there's my phone book. So I can ring whoever I like down there. You can actually download also from your phone book onto the hidden unit itself. So that's quite good. You can go through and have a look. So there's names coming up. These are all on my phone. I'll give Jodie a ring. She probably would never answer. She never does answer. So it's now going to ring her. Okay, or you can use dial pad if you want. So there's no one there at the moment, I know that already, so I'll just hang up on that one. Now, when you're using the system also, it comes with a microphone. Now I don't have the microphone on. I'm actually using the speaker that's here, the built-in microphone. It works just fine. So don't bother putting the main speaker in. In the BMW you can put your speaker into here. There's no speaker in there at the moment, but you could if you wanted to. Oh, by the way, the GPS system. There it is there. See in the corner? So that's magnetic, it's stuck onto that speaker in the far corner, and that just runs through the bottom. The USB system comes up through the base here. So there's USB plugged on there at the moment. And I've got that for the ashtray, since I don't use the ashtray. And the phone just sits in the middle. My phone just automatically hooks straight onto the system. The phone system is actually the best thing in here. The GPS system has a tendency to overspeak. Now that may be just some of the settings that I need to look at on it, but it has a tendency to overspeak itself, so you hear it things twice. Plus the GPS system on the motorway here in the Gold Coast, you want to make a turn, it tells you just before the turn comes up. It just basically says turn now, which is not much good. And also because there's an English voice on it, you also get very annoying pronunciations of anything that's Aborigine. They don't pronounce it very well, so actually most systems do that anyway, if it's not a typical English word. Also, what's wrong with this system is that there's a few spelling mistakes on it. There's spelling mistakes on some of the screens. So if I look at some of the settings, I'll see if I can find you one. Backlight, lake detection, car set, general, display. That's fine. Go back. I'll just do that again. Settings. So come down. Japan, they're all spelled correctly, but there are some spelling mistakes on the actual screen. And I've actually made a complaint to them about this. It's almost like the Japanese were doing this back in the 1960s when they doing car manuals. Now the Chinese are doing it, so I don't know who the hell checks their spelling, but they need to. I'm the worst speller in the world, and I can pick up these things wrong here. Overall, the system's quite good. GPS is not. The phone system's good. The DVD players, the music system. So you've got the radio, you've got the DVD player, you've got the CD player, you've got the USB player. You can also play music from your phone. So you decide what you want to do. Also, I understand that you can actually play a separate videos if you have the headrest sets. You can actually play the DVD into the back and not have it on the front screen. I don't have the DVDs. I don't. My missus has no back seats. My dog. She doesn't really watch TV, so she's quite happy to stare at the window. The sound system's quite good. That's quite good. There's a few other things on here which I can't remember how to get to. Now there's this thing here called car set. Now I'll just go and see if I can get onto that. I believe it's under settings. Car set. Back mirror light detection. What else is there? two red dots there on the screen are coming from up here. No idea what that is. Yeah, so it's not a bad system, just you've got to make sure that you do get the, when you do plug it in, and I can fit this myself. I'm not that handy, I'm not that hopeless either, but I can do it. So I did this system. My friend's is going to help me put the camera in, because that's a bit more fiddly than I want to do. So yeah, is it a good system? For $460 odd, it's not bad. Okay, would I buy it? Am I happy with it? Yeah, there's a few things that annoy me about it, especially that volume thing that goes up and down. I wanted to show this car set button here, but I can't remember how to get into it. Helps if you have instructions. I do have instructions online for the old system, but it's not the really one I wanted. Let's see if I can launch. No, I can't remember. Anyway, let's review on the Eonon. Eonon D5166ZA. If you want to ask me any questions, please ask. Sorry about my voice at the moment. I'm blocked up. As you can see, tissues, a bit of a mess. Make sure you get the, you need to get the extension for this. It's pretty easy. Plug it into the old radio module. You also need to plug in your aerial into that, and also make sure you run your wires for the your reverse camera video plug-in, and your which should have a trigger wire, so it should have a red wire coming up both ends. That'll plug into that. So there's all these other wires back there, and I won't pull the system out. It actually is not screwed in at the moment. It's just sitting on there. Because I can't be bothered. Anyone want to buy a car? This car is going to be on the market probably soon. It's pretty good. It's a 4.4 litre V8. It's had two owners. It's in immaculate condition. Sorry about the mess in it at the moment, but it's in immaculate condition. Everything works. It's had I needed no work to it whatsoever, so it's a good car. It absolutely boots this vehicle. I actually quite like it. Why am I sitting? Because I've got 3 at the moment, and one of them's got to go. Okay. Anyway, I hope this will help you. See you then. Bye. Oh, by the way, check out my videos on my lack of driving skill. And also how bad the drivers are on the Gold Coast, which I'll put online soon. And also Stingray Attack on Gold Coast, which was put on last Easter. That's had just over 3 million hits. See you then. Bye.